Well, thanks very much to both speakers. There's lots of great material. So great that the organizers are passing me little notes encouraging us to try to make up some time. So we're going to have to skip questions, and I think I'm supposed to ask speakers for the next two segments to come forward to the front now. So thanks very much. So in the meantime, the next session is about people, because we shouldn't ignore the community of people who work in and for the pharma industry. It's a community that's been through a bit of a roller coaster. For example, one of the speakers that we'll be introducing, and also at our awards luncheon today, one of those awards is going to Mike Egley of BIC, Altana, no, Nicomed, no, Takeda, sorry. No, the reality is that Mike's route through those changes was actually comparatively direct. If the award was for the number of changes in business cards, it would be the alumni of Hearst, Marion, Roussel, Rhone, Poulenc, Rohr, who would have had the longer story. But a roller coaster like that can't help but create uncertainty and dislocation for the workforce, creating the need for a skillful integration that Mike's going to talk about. Now, of course, the story of globalization, downsizing, outsourcing, rapid employee turnover, those are stories not exactly unique to pharma. You know, perhaps you've been in a situation with friends working in sectors that used to be going gangbusters, like the financial sector in the US, or mutual funds in Canada, or working at RIM, or the tech sector near Ottawa, the auto sector, bricks and mortar retail, now even the tar sands. With a landscape like that, it's surprising how little sympathy we get outside this room if we talk about difficulties in our sector. So the truth is that in many parts of the economy, pharma and non-pharma, there are some firms that are changing their business model rapidly to cope with changes, even as some firms are struggling to adjust. There are some firms that have great morale and are magnet for talent, and there's others that will never be candidates for Canada's list of best employers. So in terms of employee engagement, it might have been one of those topics that perhaps in the good old days we could afford to ignore, as companies were expanding and there were always new opportunities. But today we have to work harder at it, and for this reason it's always important to hear some of the state-of-the-art techniques at work in our industry. And that's why we are glad to introduce Sandy Williams, the Director of Organizational Change and Effectiveness at Roche Canada, who will speak first, and she'll be followed by Mike Egley, President and CEO of Takeda. That's right. Thanks.